there to everybody in the wrestling disclosure universe. It's me. It's me. It's the Winnipeg Jet coming to you live from Brandon, Manitoba, in the heart of the Great White North here in Canada. Well, good news. I finally, after a month and a half, got a job. The manager said I'd start sometime this week. Maybe yes, maybe no, but it'd be nice to have some money again. So, working in a grocery store, not the greatest job in the world, but, it's a job that I know quite well. Let's go on to TNA. For me, Impact has been awesome the past 2 weeks. Sting with this whole, Joker thing and going like crazy and shit. Awesome. Getting really pumped for Destination X, which I feel should possibly be one of the top 2 TNA pay-per-views of the year. I'm liking that they have the 12-man tournament to give somebody a TNA contract first week. They had 3 TNA veterans, Kid Cash, Jimmy Rave, and Austin Aries, who I'm really glad to see back, put on an amazing match. Aries is still good as always. Week 2, they had Zima, or 3 new guys who had never wrestled in TNA before. Zima Ion, Francisco something or other, and Dakota Darso, who was actually a second-generation superstar. His dad is Barry Darso, went under a million names. Was known as Crusher Khrushchev. And Jim Crockett Promotions, early NWA, went to WF, was known as Smash, then as Repo Man, then went to WCW, was known as the Blacktop Bully, and then Mr. Hole-in-One, Barry Darso, and then Barry Darso. To me, he is like the spitting image of his dad. He talks like him, he yells like him. Unfortunately, his wrestling wasn't as good as I hoped. He wasn't a high flyer like Ion and Francisco Policis. Next week, or tomorrow, Thursday, they said they'll have a match of 3 TNA veterans. Now, my picks for the 3 people that I would like to see in that match would be Maple Leaf Muscle, Petey Williams, or if it just came to Petey Williams, that'd be awesome. Sanjay Dutt, who I feel was one of the most underrated wrestlers in the X Division and the TNA roster. The guy could pull off moves that were just jaw-dropping and amazing. And the third guy I think that's going to be in there is Matt Bentley. Better known as the cousin of Shawn Michaels, was originally known as Michael Shane. Other guys that could be in that match, possibly the Ace in the Hole, Sonny Siaki, Johnny Devine, and, countless others. Mr. 630 Gerald Clark. Should be. I'm actually quite pumped for Destination X. We got AJ versus Daniels. Should be an amazing match. Samoa Joe versus Kaz, which should be another good match. Brian Kendrick, who is one of my favorite stars on the TNA roster, versus Abyss for the X Division title. Oh my god. I'm really hoping that Kendrick pulls out the win, because I love this whole, Jedi Master kind of, guru type thing he's got going on. It's just like the New Age stuff. Awesome. And also, I was really pumped to see the return of Jerry Lynn, X Division Pioneer, 2-time X Division champion, to fight Rob Van Dam. I've heard of their matches in ECW. I never saw them, but apparently they're awesome. At that time, Rob Van Dam was the whole fucking show, and so Jerry came in and called himself the new fucking show, which was, whatever. So that should be an awesome match. Jerry Lynn has been wrestling since 1988. Still is in great shape, and hopefully can still put on a great match. Watched WWE Raw this week for the first time in ages. It was actually pretty good. It was the Raw Roulette, which I thought it was pretty good. CM Punk had a match, spun the wheel. It was Mr. Opponent, was Kane. Unfortunately, didn't see the end of that match. They had the Big Show versus Alberto Del Rio in a steel cage match. I liked the ending part where Mark Henry just took the fucking cage door and just nailed the Big Show and he fell through the cage. It's weird though. It seems when Mark Henry's a face, anybody can beat him. Like a little tiny friggin' gnat could beat him. When he's a heel, like nobody can touch him. We had Daniel Bryan versus Sin Cara in an amazing match. 2 guys, awesome wrestlers. Sin Cara still has a ways to go in his wrestling skills. I think he's still trying to get used to the American version of wrestling and stuff. Amazing match, no count-out match, awesome. R-Truth versus John Cena in a tables match. CM Punk, for some reason, came out in a Steve Austin shirt and delivered what I believe to be one of the best, if not the best, WWE promo of all time. That was just amazing. Like and you mentioned ROH, Ring of Honor, which is not mentioned in WWE very often. I guess they don't think of competition. And he also referenced my favorite Ring of Honor wrestler, Boom Boom Colt Cabana. A little history on that. Two were both good friends, both from Chicago. In Ring of Honor, they were known as the Second City Saints with Ace Steel and were two-time Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. Saw Ring of Honor ROH Best in the World. Some of my picks did come true. Davey Richards did beat Eddie Edwards to become the Ring of Honor Heavyweight Champion. I was pretty sure that he wouldn't lose because he said if he didn't win, he wouldn't have another shot at the Ring of Honor World Title. El Generico beat Christopher Daniels for the World TV title, which I thought was going to happen, which was awesome. Whether Daniels is still with ROH or not, I'm not 100% sure. I have some people saying he is, or I have some people saying he isn't, which means full-time in TNA, which would be, awesome. Homicide beat Rhino. It was good to see Rhino back. Rhino, another one of the most underrated guys in wrestling. Themes. Let's talk about themes. New Alex Riley theme. It's not bad. I thought it was pretty good. The EV2 theme was released on Michael Mann, aka Stevie Richards, one of his T4 YouTube videos, which is excellent. Loved all the ECW guys, loved the theme, and so that's awesome and whatever. WWE releasing all these themes on iTunes. Hopefully they'll release unreleased themes. I'm tired of looking at all these themes. Look at this one, this one, this one, this one. Most of them I've got on Volume 8, Volume 9, Volume 10 of WWE The Music, but hopefully, and TNA released Crimson's theme, which is awesome. Released Fortune's theme, which is wicked. Hopefully they'll release more themes fairly soon. Themes I'd like to see be Bully Ray's, the full Rod Terry version, Tommy Dreamer, Hogan's, Bischoff's, the second version of Kaz's theme, which is his ninth, which would be Kaz version 2, and all that good stuff. Went to the theater yesterday, saw Bad Teacher. It was pretty good. Few movies I'm psyched to see this summer. Horrible Bosses looks sweet. Change Up or the Switch Up or the Switch, the one with Jason Bateman and Ryan Reynolds, looks pretty good. Track of the week. Gotta see here. Track of the week would have to be. Now, since I am the king of old school, let's go old school. My favorite Ramones song, "Judy is a Punk," from their very first album, The Ramones, released in 1976. My personal favorite Ramones track. Another thing I'd like to add to this column: theme of the week. First ever theme of the week has to go to Billy Kidman's third WCW theme, just known as the Billy Kidman theme. Just awesome, excellent theme that good, whatever. Glad we finally got it from Greg, who got all these themes from Jimmy Hart. I don't know how he got them, but I'm just glad he did. Well, that's all I've basically got to say for this week. Please leave comments and suggestions down below. Anything you'd like me to see, anything thought was crap, whatever. And until next week, or till next time, keep on rocking.